Welcome to Assassination City Roller Derby's broadcast of the Midwest Derbyfest 2016 Game 9 semifinals. As the 580 Roller Girls face off against Assassination City Roller Derby's Conspiracy team. Let's take a look at the bracket real quick. So far, the 580 Roller Girls in the first round took down El Paso 191 to 153. Then in the second round, they faced off against Circle City in an upset victory. They took down Circle City 204 to 159. Assassination City in the first round took down Mocan 255 to 189, and in the second round took down Quad City to 284 and 197. Winner of this bout will advance to the championship bout tomorrow afternoon. But right now, let's get to the action of Assassination City Roller Derby Conspiracy Team taking on 580 Roller Girls. My name is Adam Baum. I will be hosting all of you lovely folks here tonight, and we have not one but two cameras in the venue tonight, so we can see not only what's going on the track, but so we can also see the scoreboard and see exactly what's going on. Right now, we are partly way through jam number 1 of period number 1. Let's get back to the action right here. Going into jam number 2, looks like Bumblebee Duff on the line for Assassination City. Right there, it's 580 Roller Girls pulling out in front, picking up lead jammer. Bumblebee Duff clears the pack. Hot on that 580 jammer. I don't know about y'all, but I can't read that scoreboard. I'll update the scores just as soon as I can, folks. Oh, 1-4 going into jam number 3. ACRD leading over 580 Roller Girls. Right now, Wheel and Mean Strikes Fear on the line for Assassination City. She quickly blasts through the pack, picking up lead jammer. Oh, Wheel and Mean Strikes here, coming around on another scoring pass right there. 5 more points on the board. 4 more points, I apologize. Now you guys will have to bear with us on the whistles. There are 2 bouts happening at the same time in the same building, so sometimes it sounds like the jam's been called off when in fact it actually has not. You get used to it after a minute. Right now, 580's jammer looks like they're called on a track cut penalty. That's going to put Wheel and Mean Strikes Fear on the power jam here in jam number 3. Oh, Wheel and Mean Strikes Fear coming around for another scoring pass. Going chest to chest with some of these 580 blockers. I apologize. That's 1 scoring pass on the power jam. That's 5 more points on the board for Conspiracy. That's going to be the end of jam number 3. Let's take a look at that score real quick. That's 3-29. Assassination City leads going into jam number 4. Next whistle is going to start jam number 4. Looks like some latent penalties as 580 is going to be on the power jam right here at the start. Oh, sorry. Get you back to the get you back to the action. Up on the toe stops there in turn number 2. She was able to break through the pack. She's picking up lead jammer. On our first scoring pass, that's 5 points on the board for 580 Rollergirls. Wilhelmina Strikes are released from the box, back on the track, blasting through that pack to complete her initial pass. That's elbow macaroni right there, the jammer for 580 there in jam number 4. Let's take a look at that score. 8-32, going into jam number 5. Right now, on the jam line for Assassination City, that's going to be KT Swoosh. And I can't quite see the 580 jammer's number. Looks like 62. That's going to be Molly Meet Your Maker jamming for 580 Rollergirls. Here on the feed. Hope you all bear with me. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's take a look at that. This is a work in progress. One of our very first live streams we've ever done. That right there is going to conclude jam number 5. Looks like 10 points for 580 Rollergirls so far. 32 points for Assassination City Roller Derby going into jam number 7. A little badass on the line for Assassination City Roller Derby going up against... Not sure how to... I have nobody to check with these names for. Looks like Haga Vicious. I'm going with Haga. Haga Vicious for 580 Rollergirls on the jam line. Looks like a track cut penalty called on Little Badass. She's headed to the box 30 seconds. That's going to give Haga Vicious the 30-second power jam. Haga Vicious completing her initial pass right there. A Little Badass back on the track. Trying to go through the inside line, gets knocked in, has to recycle back. Little Badass completing her initial pass. Right now, Haga Vicious looking for some points here in jam number 6. Little Badass with a scoring pass right there. She laps the jammer, picking up 5 points for Assassination City Roller Derby. The pack is on the back stretch, all locked up with the jammers. Full pack we have here. All 10 skaters on the floor. Right there with a quick juke. Little Badass breaking around that 580 wall. She's going to pick up more points right before the jam clock runs out. We're at 14 of 47 going into jam number 7. Right now on the line, that's going to be Bumblebee Duff going up against Elbow Macaroni. I love that name, by the way. The pack is all locked up on the front stretch. Both jammers trying to find their spot to get through. Bumblebee Duff goes down in turn number 1. Not knocked out, though. She's back up. However, it's Elbow Macaroni that's going to break through first. She's picking up lead jammer. Elbow Macaroni all locked up with Greta X and Ruby Rad, looks like. However, she breaks through, picking up more points for the 580 Roller Girls. That's going to be the end of jam number 7. 580 Roller Girls 28 to Assassination City's 51. Next whistle is going to start the jam on the jam line for Assassination City. It's wheeling me to Strike Sphere. She's going up against Molly, Meet Your Maker. Right there at the end of turn number 2. Looks like Molly Meet Your Maker came out first, but no pass, no penalty. She is not lead jammer. No points awarded there in jam number 8. We're headed to jam number 9. Just a little under 18 minutes remain in the first half. Assassination City Conspiracy leading 580 Roller Girls. Right now it's Hagalicious taking on KT Swoosh. Big hit, knocks KT Swoosh to the inside, right there on the front stretch. She's back up, not stopping. KT Swoosh picking up lead jammer right there in turn number 1. Vicious completing her initial pass. Meanwhile, KT Swoosh breaking through the pack on her first scoring pass, picking up 4 points for Assassination City. Galicious forced to the outside in turn number 3, has to come back onto the backstretch to get back onto the track. Meanwhile, KT Swoosh fighting to break through that 580 line. She does so right there at the end of turn number 4, picking up more points for Assassination City. A successful star pass. Well, a star pass is in progress for 580. Your new jammer for 580 Rollergirls is going to be B. Baggins. B. Baggins breaking right through the ACRD line. She's going to be picking up 4 points for her team. Meanwhile, KT Swoosh trying to pick up more points, knocked to the outside on the backstretch. She comes back onto the track, calls off the jam. It's 31 to 68 going into jam number 10. Next up's going to be Elbow Macaroni taking on Little Badass. Right there, Elbow Macaroni picking up lead jammer in turn number 1. Looks like Little Badass called on a track cut penalty that's going to give Elbow Macaroni the power jam. She's already racking up points for her team here in jam number 10. Feed seems to have frozen up a little bit. Y'all bear with us. Bear with me for just a moment. Let's get this feed back up and running for you. There we go. Okay, 10 points awarded to Elbow Macaroni there in jam number 10. It's 41 to 68. Right now, Little Badass on the jam line. She's coming through, not picking up lead jammer. Looks like Molly Meets Your Maker right there, blasting through the pack, calling off the jam. That's going to prevent Little Badass from picking up too many points. It's 45 to 68 going into jam number 12. On the line, Bumblebee Duff facing off against Vicious. Those lines holding strong all the way into turn number 2. However, it's Bumblebee Duff that finds the mark first, picking up lead jammer right there on the backstretch. Vega Vicious forced to the outside in turn number 2. She's got to come back to the middle of turn number 1 to get back on. Meanwhile, Bumblebee Duff on her first scoring pass. Vega Vicious completing her initial pass. Bumblebee Duff on her second scoring pass, blasting through that 580 wall, picking up 4 more points for Assassination City here in jam number 12. Bumblebee Duff calling it off. Looks like all of our feeds have locked up. All right, we're back. Oh, remote streaming. It's a blast, people. Right now, looks like Wilhelmina Strike Spear jamming for Assassination City here in jam number 13. Right now, we're at 47-80. Going into Jam 14. Next up, KT Swoosh. She's going to be facing off against Molly Meet Your Maker. Right there. KT Swoosh picking up lead jammer very quickly. Coming back around, looking to score some points for Assassination City. She finds her way right through the pack, picking up 5 points on the board for Assassination City Conspiracy. KT Swoosh finding her mark once again. Another 5 points for Assassination City. Molly Meet Your Maker having a hard time trying to get around Coconut Rumble and missing Link. She does so right there at the jam line. Meanwhile, KT Swoosh still making laps, still accruing points for Conspiracy. A quick juke from Molly Meet Your Maker gets her right around those Assassination City blockers. She's going to put 4 points on the board for 580 Rollergirls. Another scoring pass from Molly Meet Your Maker. These jammers just keep on making the rounds. KT Swoosh taken to the ground there in turn number 3 by the 580 Rollergirls blockers, but she is right back up and on her feet, completing her next scoring pass. Very high scoring jam for both jammers here in jam number 14, sorry. The jam clock runs out, and our feed freezes. Good for us. There it is. Two jammers. Both look like they're numbered 00. I don't have a 00 on my roster for 580 Rollergirls, but 00 for Assassination City is Little Badass. I'm going to go ahead and take a guess here, and it looks like it's going to be Scarlet. I have no idea how to say that last name. We're just going to call her Scarlet. Little Badass very quickly picking up lead jammer. Scarlet having a hard time getting around Greta X and Homicidal there on the backstretch. She finally does, completing her initial pass. Little Badass knocked to the outside there in turn number 3. Has to recycle back to get back onto the track. And now they're skating in slow motion. This is so fun, guys. Okay, 1 second. Right now, Bumblebee Duff on the line for Assassination City. Both teams appear to be at full power. Bumblebee Duff taken down on the inside, but not out of bounds. She's back up, still looking for her spot to get through the line here. 580 Rollergirls not making it easy for her. Right there, just before Bumblebee Duff breaks through the wall. Looks like elbow macaroni for 580 Rollergirls. Picking up lead jammer. Coming back around and meeting up with that ACRD 4 wall. Trying to break through and pick up some points. Jam number 16 ends. We're going into jam number 17. Sorry, yes. It's not easy to do remotely, folks. So much information. That last jam is going to bring ACRD over the century mark. They're going to be at 106 points. Right now we have Molly Meet Your Maker facing off against Wilhelmina Strikesphere on the jam line. Molly Meet Your Maker goes down to the outside, but she's not out of bounds. She gets right back up on her feet, picking up lead jammer at the end of turn number 2. Molly Meet Your Maker coming around, looking to pick up some more points for the 580 Rollergirls, try to close that gap that Assassination City Conspiracy has on them. Meanwhile, Wilhelmina Strikesphere coming back around, hitting that 580 wall really hard. Knocked to the outside of turn number 4, has to go all the way back into turn number 3. Molly Meet Your Maker also knocked to the outside, has to recycle all the way back behind Hami. But quick apex jump right there over turn number 4. And she is blasted by the ACRD girls, picking up 4 points for 580 Rollergirls. Just over 4 minutes remain in the first half of 580 Rollergirls taking on Assassination City Conspiracy. This is game number 9 at Midwest Derbyfest. This is the finals for the the Women's Flat Track Derby Association bracket. We are at 65 to 116, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic game so far. Looks like we have a timeout here. Let's take a look at that bracket one more time. Nice shot of the Assassination City Conspiracy bench there. Say hi. Hi to everybody. Hope everybody's doing good. Meanwhile, let's take a look here. So, as you can see, the loser of this round will go on to bout number 13, and we will find out who they're going up against tomorrow morning, as games 10, 11, and 12 will not be played until tomorrow. However, the winner here will go on to the championship bout, which will happen tomorrow at 6 p.m. right here on track number 1 in Lebanon, Missouri. Jam number 18 getting kicked off here. Looks like Scarlett facing off against KT Swoosh. KT Swoosh, first one through the pack, picking up lead. Jammer. Right now, KT Swoosh in turn number 3, having a hard time getting around those 580 Roller Girls. She finally does right there at the end of turn number 3 for another scoring pass for Conspiracy. Our feed has gone practically invisible. Let me try to reload this here, see if we can get a better feed going. Looks like they're having some signal issues there at the venue. Let me check the scoreboard feed real quick, see what we got going there. Looks like the feed for this went down. We have another one coming up. Give me just a moment to get there. All right, the new feed right here. Okay, apologize for the delay there. We are back right here at the end of the first half of 580 Roller Girls taking on Assassination City Conspiracy. Sorry for the volume there. Right now, it's Little Badass on the line for Assassination City. Give me just a moment, and I'll be able to tell you which jammer is on the line for 580 Roller Girls. Little Badass finds her mark. Picking up lead jammer. The 580 Roller Girls jammer just broke through the line. Went down, getting called on a track cut penalty. That's going to put Little Badass on the power jam. Little Badass breaking through the line for another scoring pass. That's 5 more points on the board for Assassination City Conspiracy. She finds her mark, hits the toe stops, a beautiful suicide right to the line, and then runs off right before the 580 Roller Girls blockers can catch her. Homicidal, very slick move right there. Right as the 580 Roller Girls jammer comes back from the bench, she slides back behind her. Illegal re-entry. She's headed back to the box. That's going to keep Little Badass on the power jam. The period clock has expired. Only a few seconds left here in jam number 19. This is going to be the last jam for the first half. The jam clock has run out. Let's see how many points they have awarded ACRD here at the half. At the half, we're at 69 points for 580 Roller Girls, 159 points for Assassination City Conspiracy. We will see you folks here in just a moment. Y'all take a break, grab a drink, and we'll get right back to the action. Checking out Midwest Derbyfest right there in Lebanon, Missouri, not Kansas. Missouri, there's 2 Lebanons. I am Atom Bomb. We will see y'all here shortly.
Won't you follow me into the jungle? Ain't no God on my streets, in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle? Ain't no God on these streets, in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle? In the city of lights, in the backstreet bells and the neon lights. When I heard the thunder, I could feel the rain. It's the same religion, just a different name. Won't you follow me into the jungle? Ain't no God on my streets, in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle? Ain't no God on these streets, in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle? Won't you follow me into the jungle? Ain't no God on my streets, in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle? Ain't no God on these streets, in the heart of the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle?
Hey Jim, you know them old sugar daddy. They be tricking, they tell them girls. I said you can have whatever you like. I said you can have.
First things first, I'm the realest. Drop this and let the whole world feel it. Let them feel it. And I'm still in the murder business. I can hold you down like I'm giving lessons in physics. Right. You should want a bad bitch like this. Huh? Drop it low and pick it up just like this. Yeah. Cup of Ace, cup of Goose, cup of Chris. High heels, something worth a half a ticket on my wrist. Taking all the liquor straight, never chase that. Never. Top like we bringing 88 back. What? Bring the hooks in where the bass at. Champagne spilling, you should taste that.
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold? Remember my name, hard to blow.
I said, baby, I do this. I thought that you knew this. Can't stand no haters and honest. The truth is that my flow retarded. HB did departed. Swagger on stupid. I can't shop in no department to get my money on time. If they about money, decline. I swear I'm in that so much to get that line of rewind. To get my money on time. If they about money, decline. I just can't worry about no haters. Gotta stay on my grind. Now tell me who that? They do that. Put that paper over all. I thought you knew that. I be the I-G-G-Y. Put my name in bold. I've been working. I'm up in here with some change to throw.
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold? Remember my name, hard to blow. Trash the hotel. Let's get drunk on the minibar. Make the phone call. Feel so good getting what I want. Yeah, keep on turning it up. Chandelier swinging, we don't give a fuck. Film star, yeah, I'm deluxe. Classic expensive, you don't get to touch.
Still stunned how you love that. Got the whole world asking how I does that. Hot girl, hands off, don't touch that. Look at it, I bet you wishing you could clutch that. That's just the way you like it, huh? It's so good, he just wishing he could bite it, huh? Never turn down nothing. Slaying these hoes, go trigger on a gun like.
I'm so fancy. You already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Can't you taste this gold? Remember my name, hard to blow.
Who that? I-G-G-Y. Say do that. I-G-G-Y. Who that? I-G-G-Y. Who that? I-G-G-Y. Say do that. I-G-G-Y. Who that? I-G-G-Y.
It's gonna be too hot to breathe today, but everybody's out here on the streets. Somebody's opened up a fire hydrant, cold water rushing out in sheets. Some kid in a Marcus Allen jersey asks me for a cigarette. Companionship is where you find it, so I take what I can get. Hubcaps on the cars like funhouse mirrors. Stick to the shadows when I can. Lovecraft and Brooklyn. When the sun goes down, the armies of the voiceless, several 100,000 strong, come without their bandages, their voices raised in song. And when the streetlights sputter out, they make this awful sizzling sound. I cast my gaze toward the pavement. Too many bloodstains on the ground. Rhode Island drops into the ocean. No place to call home anymore. Lovecraft and Brooklyn.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are headed into period number 2 of the semifinals of the Midwest Derbyfest WIFTA tournament. Right now it's the 580 Rollergirls taking on Assassination City Conspiracy. And going into jam number 1 at the beginning of the second period, they stand at 69 points to 159 for Conspiracy. And as soon as we get our feet going, it freezes. It's all good. We'd like to give a special shout out to all of the NSOs and refs and crew and organizers and everybody that put on Midwest. I know that Conspiracy has been looking forward to this bout for quite a while. Guess we will wait for the feed to come back.
I wish I had an angel for one moment of love. I wish I had your angel tonight.
Okay, there we go. Apologize. The signal there at the venue is not fantastic, so we will do what we can to survive, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, it looks like Molly Meet Your Maker going up against Wheeling Mina Strike Spear here in jam number 1. Lee Jammer going to Wheeling Mina Strikes here. Mina Strike Spear coming around on another scoring pass right there, putting more points on the board for Assassination City. Looks like Molly Meet Your Maker must have taken a penalty. I don't see her on the track. We're going to go with that. Unfortunately, not being there, it's rather difficult to discern some of these situations. Meet Your Maker back on the track. We're going to get around those ACRD blockers. Working the pivot. Lulu Tauntaun, homicidal, and looks like Ruby Rad right there. Going down Molly Meet Your Maker. The jam clock runs out. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so far 15 points awarded there in jam number 2. Just 26 minutes remain in the second half. Jam number 3 kicking off. KT Swoosh on the line. Going up against Scarlet. Your lead jammer is going to be Scarlet, breaking through the line there in the middle of turn number 2. I apologize. KT Swoosh completing her initial pass, trying to skate as quickly as she can to get back around before Scarlet has a chance to call the jam off. missing Link. Sloan Gunman giving Scarlett a very hard time there in turn number 3. She's able to make that pass, picking up 4 points. Meanwhile, KT Swoosh blasting, caught by those 580 Roller Girls, picking up 4 points for ACRD as well. Both jammers have come back around, meeting up with their respective walls. Quite a micro pack situation we have here on the front stretch. Sloan Gunman taking Scarlett out just before turn 1. She was going to force her back behind what looked like the jam line. Scarlett said she had enough of that, calls the jam. Well, I'd like to take a moment to thank everybody for joining us for our very first live streams. This was kind of an experiment that I just thought of roughly about 24 hours ago, and I stayed up very late trying to make this happen. And I definitely appreciate everybody being here, and I definitely appreciate all the skaters that have taken their time to film this at the bouts today, especially Illuminati, Reckless and Dangerous, Jesse Prime, sorry. But yes, definitely thank you to everybody. I'm having a fantastic time, and I hope all of you are as well. We are in jam number 4 right now, in period number 2. Jam number 4, it's Viking Barbie actually on the line for 580 Roller Girls, going up against Little Badass. There's several penalties coming through. Right now, Little Badass on a scoring pass. And Cataclysmic Carnage with a very stylish knee stop. Number 5 here, folks, on the line for Assassination City. That's going to be Bumblebee Duff. And I'm not sure if their jammer's not on the track yet or if they've taken a penalty. I guess we'll find out here in just a moment when Jam 6 gets kicked off. Or Jam 5, I apologize. All right there, Bumblebee Duff picking up lead jammer here in jam number 5. Conspiracy breaking the 2-century mark at the end of jam 5. We're looking at 580 Roller Girls, 77 points to Conspiracy's 205. Jam 6 just about to get kicked off here. We're looking at Molly Meet Your Maker going skate to skate with Wheeling Mina Strike Sphere. Wheeling Mina Strike Sphere coming out first, picking up lead jammer. Molly Meet Your Maker very hot on her tail. They are neck and neck as they come back around to the pack. Molly Meet Your Maker trying the inside line, gets forced down by, looks like, Ruby Rad. Meanwhile, Wheeling Mina Strike Sphere also forced to the inside. Both right there at the beginning of turn number 3. Wheeling Mina Strike Sphere goes down again there in turn number 3. As well as Molly Meet Your Maker forced to the inside. She is being forced all the way back to the beginning of turn number 2. A big hit from Homicidal. And I could not see the other blocker from Assassination City that was a part of that. It looks like they got called on a multiplayer block. They're going to head to the box for 30 seconds. Both jammers still trying to break through these lines. Looks like Molly Means Your Maker has done it. She's going to pick up 4 points for 580 Rollergirls. Jam number 6 concludes. 4 points awarded to 580 Rollergirls and Molly Meet Your Maker. 3 points awarded to Conspiracy and Wheeler Mean Strikes Fear. We're going to jam number 7. Just under 20 minutes remain in the second half of bout number 9.
Yeah. This album
Looks like our feed is frozen up here, folks. Give me just a moment, see if I can refresh this, get a better feed going for you.
The buildings that I was hustling from that called the police.
All right, luckily, looks like we were in a timeout, so I'll give us just a moment here. Going into jam number 7, 580 Rollergirls, 81 points to Assassination City Roller Derby's 208.
Every Saturday, rap attack, Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Smoking weed and bamboo, sipping on private stock. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri. Funk like the flex, love fun, start ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib,
Player
same number,
seems
same
to
hood.
keep walking
It's
up
all
on
good.
us here.
And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know.
All right, looks like jam number 7 already in action here. KT Swoosh taking on, let's see, B Baggins. B Baggins is a jammer for 580 Rollergirls here in jam number 7. Looks like we have an injury on the track. Y'all give us just a moment.
I was too used to packing ice and stuff. Now honeys play me close like butter play toast. From the Mississippi down to the East Coast. Condos in Queens, indo for weeks. Sold out seats to hear Biggie Small speak. Living life without fear. Putting 5 carats in my baby girl ear. Lunches, brunches, interviews by the pool. Considered a fool cause I dropped
Okay, they have stopped the feed temporarily while they assess the injury situation going on the track. I will have that back up for you just as soon as they send it my way.
You don't know, now you know, you know, you know.
We could just enjoy the tunes. How about that?
Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got 2 rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's flat. No need to worry, my accountant handles that. And my whole crew is lounging, celebrating every day, no more public housing. Thinking back on my one-room shack, now my mom pimps a act with minks on her back. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the sauce. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live. Cause I went from negative to positive and it's all. And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know. And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know.
Okay, we have another feed coming on here.
And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know.
Looks like we'll be getting started with jam number 8 here in just a moment.
Yeah. Alright.
Jam number 8. It's looking like it's going to feature Little Badass going up against Haga Vicious. Sorry. Still waiting on Jam number 8 to get started. Looks like they're still assessing that injury. They'll give us just a moment. All right, we are back to the action. Jam number 8 just about to kick off. Haga Vicious taking on Little Badass on the line. Little Badass forced to the outside, comes back behind the Jam line to come back in. Even though not forced to, I guess she just wanted to be sure she didn't get a track cut. Both lines still holding strong as the pack moves into turn number 1. Right there, Haga Vicious, your lead jammer. Right behind her, Little Badass just clearing the pack right now in turn number 3. The Assassination City line steadies itself, ready for Haga Vicious to come through. Greta X knocking Haga Vicious out of bounds. Little Badass approaching the pack quickly. Haga Vicious calling off the jam. We're going to jam number 9. Jam number 9. That's going to feature B Baggins taking on Bumblebee Duff. It's the Battle of the Bees here in Jam number 9. About number 9. Your lead jammer, Bumblebee Duff, coming back around, looking to pick up some points. Meanwhile, B Baggins, forced at the outside of turn number 1, has to come back almost to the jam line. Bumblebee Duff finding her mark once again, lapping the entire pack, picking up 5 points for Conspiracy. B Baggins breaking through the pack, completing her initial pass. Bumblebee Duff calling the jam. That's going to be 1 point awarded to B Baggins in the 580 Rollergirls, 9 points awarded to Assassination City. They're in jam number 9. Jam number 10, that's Molly Meet Your Maker on the jam line for 580 Rollergirls. Wilhelmina Strikes here on the line for Assassination City. Your lead jammer, Wilhelmina Strikes Fear, right there in turn number 2. Molly Meet Your Maker still having trouble getting around that ACRD 3 wall. Meanwhile, Wilhelmina Shakespeare already on her first scoring pass. Wilhelmina Shakespeare going to call that jam right there. That's 9 points awarded to ACRD there in jam number 10. No points awarded to the 580 Roller Girls. Right here, jam number 11, KT Swoosh, taking on Elbow Macaroni. KT Swoosh on the inside line at turn number 1, picking up lead jammer. Elbow Macaroni having a hard time getting around Sloan Gunman and company. Elbow Macaroni completing her initial pass. Right behind her, KT Swoosh completing her first scoring pass. KT Swoosh actually passing her. It's a bit of a foot race to get back a little jammer and on-jammer action through turn 2. Looks like KT Swoosh calling that jam. 2 points awarded to Elbow Macaroni. 7 points awarded to KT Swoosh. Right now, it's Little Badass going up against Haga Vicious one more time. Immediately, Little Badass knocked to the inside. Doesn't have to recycle back too far to get back onto the track. She's taking the outside line. Haga Vicious trying to blast through the middle of the pack. We'll see who comes through first. Oh, it's Little Badass right there at the end of turn number 2. Haga Vicious clearing the pack on the backstretch. She's hot on the heels of Little Badass. Both jammers taking their laps, trying to catch that pack. Little Badass getting caught up on the backstretch. She calls the jam before Haga Vicious can accrue too many points. Looks like any points for a 580 Roller Girls. No points awarded to either jammer there in jam number 12. Jam number 13 kicking off. And Molly Meet Your Maker on the jam line for 580 Roller Girls. And she's going to make it through the pack first, right there on the backstretch, picking up lead jammer. Looks like Bumblebee Duff on the line for Assassination City. She's picking up a penalty. That's going to put Molly Meet Your Maker on the power jam. Molly Meet Your Maker making her first scoring pass. That's 5 points on the board for 580 Roller Girls. Little offensive help from some of her blockers, trying to break up that ACRD 4 wall. Coconut Rumble doing what she can to slow down Molly Meet Your Maker. Sloan Gunman recycling back around in front of her. Coconut Rumble with a slide, taking Molly Meet Your Maker out of bounds right there at the end of turn number 4. Looks like she said she's had enough. She calls the jam. 10 points accrued by Molly Meet Your Maker there in jam 13. Next up on the power start's going to be B. Baggins jamming for 580 Roller Girls. Bumblebee Duff still in the box. Will be released probably within the first 10 seconds of the jam. Those ACRD blockers doing what they can to slow down B. Baggins. Not quite enough. She picks up lead jammer right there at the beginning of turn number 2. Meanwhile, Bumblebee Duff released from the box. And back on the track there, she blasts through the pack right in the middle of turn number 3, completing her initial pass. B. Baggins makes her lap, blasting right by those ACRD blockers to pick up 4 points. Bumblebee Duff already back around and pushing on those 580 Roller Girls blockers just as hard as she can. She completes her pass as well. 4 more points for Assassination City. B. Baggins flying through the pack one more time, calling off the jam before Bumblebee Duff could pick up anything else. That's going to bring the 580 Roller Girls just over the century mark. We're at 103 to 239 with just over 10 minutes remaining going into Jam 15 of the second half of bout number 9. Jam 15, elbow macaroni a la Wilhelmina Strike Sphere. Wilhelmina Strike Sphere blasting through that pack, picking up lead jammer. Elbow macaroni completing her initial pass, coming back around, trying to catch up to Wilhelmina Strike Sphere to stop her from bleeding too many points. Wilhelmina Strike Sphere picking up a penalty. I cannot see the, looks like a forearm penalty. She's headed to the box for 30 seconds. That puts, what did I say? Elbow macaroni? I think it was. Either way, 580 Roller Girls on the power jam and doing what they can to take full advantage of it already with the first scoring pass. 5 points on the board. Yeah, that's elbow macaroni right there. She's back around, pushing on those this ACRD 3 wall right at the jam line. Sloan Gunman takes her down to the inside, and my feet has frozen. I'll give you just a moment. Okay, we're back. Sorry. A Wilhelmina Strike Sphere released from the box. A little jammer-on-jammer action right there on the front stretch as Elbow Macaroni trying to hit Wilhelmina Strike Sphere to the inside. Doesn't quite work. They're both back, re-entangled with the pack there in turn number 2. So far, Elbow Macaroni pulling out 14 points for 580 Roller Girls. Wilhelmina Strike Sphere able to secure 4 points so far. The jam clock, just a few seconds left. The jam clock runs out. That's going to be 14 points accrued from Elbow Macaroni in jam number 15. We're going to jam number 16. Next whistle's going to start jam 16 on the line. KT Swoosh taking on Hagalicious. KT Swoosh, a very fast juke to the outside, gets around the 580 Roller Girls wall just before turn number 1. She completes her initial pass, picking up lead jammer. Hagalicious just now completing her initial pass. KT Swoosh already back around and fighting with the 580 Roller Girls wall. Hagalicious hot on her heels. She's already re-entangled with the ACRD 4 wall. Both jammers in turn number 2. KT Swoosh calling off the jam. We're going to jam 17, folks. Molly Meet Your Maker going face-to-face with Little Badass right here in jam number 17. Molly Meet Your Maker breaking through first right at the end of turn number 1, picking up lead jammer. Track cut penalty looks like it's called on Little Badass. That's going to put Molly Meet Your Maker on the power jam. Molly Meet Your Maker coming back around for her second scoring pass, already picking up 1 Grand Slam. She jukes right around missing Lincoln Sloan Gunman for another 5-point pass. Molly Meet Your Maker fighting with this ACRD 4 wall. Take a miss and link down to the outside. She finally finds her hole, breaking through, picking up 4 more points for 580 Rollergirls. Meanwhile, Little Badass back on the track and pushing on that 4 wall just as hard as she possibly can. Molly meets your maker. Getting caught up behind that ACRD 4 wall. She ends up calling off the jam before Little Badass can accrue any more points. That's going to be 18 points awarded to Molly Meet Your Maker and 580 Rollergirls there in Jam 17. Right now we have B Baggins taking on Bumblebee Duff in Jam 18. Looks like both teams are back to full power. Bumblebee Duff breaking through at the end of turn number 1, picking up lead jammer. Bumblebee Duff on her first scoring pass, putting 5 points on the board for Assassination City Conspiracy. Bumblebee Duff right around the outside for another scoring pass. B Baggins back on the track, trying to make up some of these points that Bumblebee Duff is accruing for Conspiracy. 20 points awarded to Bumblebee Duff so far in Jam 18. That's it for Jam 18. 23 points awarded to Conspiracy and Bumblebee Duff there in Jam 18. Just over 2 minutes remain in bout number 9. Looks like we're getting a timeout. Coming up on the final jams of the evening. Next whistle is going to start jam number 19. Wheelamina Strike Sphere on the power start for ACRD Conspiracy. She's breaking through that 580 Rollergirls wall, picking up lead jammer. Wheeling in a strike sphere, doing what she can to take full advantage of the power jam situation, already completing her first scoring pass, putting 5 points on the board for ACRD Conspiracy. Looks like B. Baggins coming off the penalty bench. She is back on the track, pushing on that ACRD 4 wall there at the beginning of the backstretch. She is immediately called on another penalty. It looks like a track cut. That's going to put Wheeling in a strike sphere back on the power jam. Here in turn number 4, she blasts. Wheeling Mina Strike Sphere blasting through the 580 Rollergirls wall. I apologize. Picking up another 5 points for ACRD. Just under a minute remaining in the second half here, ladies and gentlemen, but not that much time on the jam clock. So even if this jam goes a full 2 minutes, we will have one more jam after this. B. Baggins back on the track, pushing on Slim Gunman. She gets forced to the inside. Right there, looks like Coconut Rumble forcing her to the outside. Meanwhile, Wheeling Mina Strike Sphere coming back around from her last scoring pass. So far, 20 points accrued by Wheeling Mina Strike Sphere here in jam number 19. B. Baggins completing her initial pass. Just a few seconds remain on the jam clock and the period clock. We are coming down to the very end here, folks. The jam clock runs out. Let's see if they're going to call it or we're going to go one more jam. We are going to jam number 20, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the final jam of the evening. That 24-point jam from Wheeling Mina Strike Sphere is going to bring ACRD to the 3-century mark. We just have 2 seconds left on the period clock, ladies and gentlemen. This last jam's going to feature KT Swoosh taking on Molly, Meet Your Maker. Waiting on this timeout to conclude. We will get back to the very last jam of bout number 9. Right there, KT Swoosh picking up lead jammer. The period clock has run out. This will be the final jam of the evening, like I said, ladies and gentlemen. Molly Meet Your Maker completing her initial pass, coming back around, looking to pick up some points. She breaks through the pack, 4 points on the board. Or that may be 5 points on the board, I can't tell. For 580 Roller Girls. KT swoosh force to the outside on the backstretch. She's got to come back to the end of the first turn. She calls the jam, and ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for 580 Roller Girls versus Assassination City. Your final score, 151 for the 580 Roller Girls, 299 for Assassination City Roller Derby. I'm sorry, 148. Assassination City is going to advance to the championship bout. That is going to be tomorrow night. Let's see, let's double check the schedule so I can make sure I tell you folks right. Tomorrow night, Jam 14, or I'm sorry, Jam. Bout 14 is going to be the championships for the WIFTA bracket here at Midwest Derbyfest 2016 in Lebanon, Missouri. It's going to feature Assassination City going up against an unknown foe. That will not be answered until tomorrow night. Let's take a quick look at that bracket one last time before I let you folks go. Right here, so you can see Assassination City is going to advance. And these games, 10, 11, and 12, will not be played until tomorrow. I apologize. 10 and 11 are going to be tonight at 6:30 and 7:30 respectively. 13 at 12:30 tomorrow. And the championships will be here 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. We will be live streaming. I will be here. All of you have a wonderful evening. It's been a great day for Roller Derby. My name is Adam Baum. Y'all have a wonderful night.